My name is Brock Page, and I don't know anything about sports handicapping. I went 2-1 on my picks for Friday night's Major League Baseball action. That's going to keep my total win percentage at a cool 603. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and throw some proverbial darts in my underwear with some severely misguided sports picks in my two-bedroom apartment. First game, I'm going to cover this incredibly lucrative Giants-Rockies series. Currently, San Francisco is plus 1.5 at Colorado, with the total moving slightly downward to 11.5. And at the moment, the Rockies are laying $1.54 on the money line. Tomorrow's probables: Ty Block for the Giants, Ty Chatwood for the Rockies. Speaking of Colorado, they've been bitch-slapping the hell out of this Giants team, taking the first 3 games out of this 4-bagger. They're also red hot at the moment, going 11-3 in their last 14. Having said all that, there still might be a little equity here for Giants bettors. These Colorado Rockies have won just 6 of 14 games when Tyler Chatwood makes the start. They're also facing a Giants team who's won a solid 60% of their games at the current money line. The good news pretty much ends there, though, as these hapless Giants have lost a pitiful 9 out of their last 11. In addition to that, San Fran's won just 12 of 38 away from home and just 31% as the underdog. Disparaging remarks aside, the case could potentially be made for either side, but before I select a winner in this one, I'm going to slide into some total run breakdown real quick. When it comes to the scoring, this Giants team is 4-0 for the overs before Saturday's action. Meanwhile, on the other side, Colorado's 2-1 for the overs in their last 3 themselves. All told, both teams are averaging 13 total combined runs in their last 4 games collectively. With all that in mind, the case for the over can easily be made, but when it comes down to it, I'm all about the Moneyline cash, so I'm going to once again select a winner. And by doing that, the time for talk is over. It's time for me to throw some proverbial darts in my underwear with a severely misguided Moneyline pick in my 2-bedroom apartment. When it comes to an outright winner, I made a feeble case for the Giants bettors, but when it comes down to it, these guys are just 1-9 in their head-to-head matchups with the Rockies. In addition to that, they're 4-6 when Ty Block starts, and they're also winning just 28% of their games as the official road underdog. Meanwhile, on the other side, Colorado's 64% as the official home favorite, as well as winning an absurd 90% of their head-to-head matchups with the Giants. It's for these very reasons that I am more than happy to lay the $1.54 and take the Rockies to win it outright. I'm thinking a final score of like 8-5 Rockies. All right, we're going to slide into some more National League action. I'm talking about this tight San Diego-Milwaukee series. For being so bad, these Padres have been playing the Brewers pretty tough. I'm actually reporting this with the game in progress. It's actually 5-5 in the bottom of the 10th. Wild game. With regard to Sunday's matchup, however, San Diego is once again plus 1.5 at Milwaukee, with the total moving slightly downward to an even 9 runs. And at the moment, the Brewers are the moneyline favorites, laying $1.56. Sunday's probables: Perdomo for the Padres, Nelson for the Brewers. Like I said, I'm currently reporting with Saturday's game still in progress, so all my numbers and stats are as of Friday, June 16th. Let's start with the Brewers. They've been real good as of late, going 4-1 in their last 5. They're also winning a solid 69% of their games as the favorite. Milwaukee bettors are by no means in the clear, though. This Brewers team won just 6 of 13 when Jimmy Nelson makes the start. They're also winning just 18 of 37 at home. Milwaukee's facing a San Diego team who's 3-1 in their last 4, and they're also coming fresh off a 3-game sweep of the Cincinnati Reds. With all that said, the case for both sides can be made, but before I select a winner in this one, I'm going to slide into some total run breakdown real quick. And when it comes to the scoring, 2 out of San Diego's last 4 games have gone over the posted total. Meanwhile, on the other side, Milwaukee's games are a perfect 3-0 for the overs in their last 3. Both teams' games are also averaging 10 total runs in their last 4 games collectively. With all that in mind, the case for the over can definitely be made. But as for me, the time for talk once again is over. It's time for me to throw another dart in my underwear with another severely misguided Moneyline baseball pick in my 2-bedroom apartment. When it comes to a winner, I made a slight case for San Diego bettors, but the reality is these guys are just piss poor when it comes to playing baseball. They're also just 30% on the road and have won just 10 of 31 as the official road underdog. They're facing a Milwaukee team who's 4-1 in head-to-head matchups with the Padres. They're also winning an impressive 70% of their games as the official home favorite. It's for these very reasons that I think the Milwaukee Brewers, minus 156, will get the job done for some Moneyline cash. I'm predicting a final score of 6-4 Brewers. All right, folks. With my first 2 picks in the books, it's time to slide into my third and final pick for the show. We're also sliding into some American League action. I'm talking about the Boston Red Sox at the Houston Astros in a night game at Minute Maid Park. Currently, Houston's plus 1.5 on the run line, with the total moving slightly upward to 9.5 runs. And at the moment, Boston's the money line favorite at $1.10. Tomorrow evening's probables are David Price for the Bo Sox, Joe Musgroves for the Astros. Speaking of both these teams, tonight's game is yet to kick off, so the following numbers are relative to Friday night's action. Let's start with the Astros, who they've been playing some fairly lackluster baseball as of late. They're 1-4 in their last 5, and they're just 3-7 in their last 10. They've also won just 5 of 11 when Joe Musgrove makes the start. The bad news for Houston bettors pretty much ends there, though, as this Astros squad is winning a massive 75% of their games versus teams over 500. Houston's also a solid 22-15 at home. They're facing a Boston team who's winning just 48% of their games on the road. This Boston team is also just 8 of 17 as the underdog or even money. Boston bettors might just have themselves the edge, though. This Red Sox team is not only 9 games over 500, they've been hot as of late too, winning 6 of their last 8. With all that absorbed into your brain, I've once again made the case for both sides. But before I go ahead and select a winner, let's slide into some total run breakdown real quick. When it comes to the scoring, both teams are just 1-3 for the overs in their last 4. They're also collectively averaging just 6.5 total combined runs in those 4 games. All told, the case can be made for the under bettors in this one. However, I'm looking to pick a winner. The time for talk is over. It's time for me to throw my third and final dart in my underwear with another severely misguided sports pick in my 2-bedroom apartment. When it comes to picking a winner, these Boston Red Sox are winning just 47% of their games as the official road underdog. They're also going up against a Houston team who's winning an impressive 66% overall and 67% in their 3rd game without a day off. It's for these very reasons that I think the underdog Houston Astros will get the job done for some money line cash. I'm predicting a final score of 5-4 Astros. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.